Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Ultimate Dirt TV. Tonight, this morning, depending on where you are around the world, stuck in your house or COVID-19, everybody isolated tonight. Round number 5 of the Rush Sim Racing Midget Super League, and tonight we come to the Limaland Motorsports Park. Good evening, race fans. Brett Wheeler joined alongside James Rice, and Ricey, welcome back into the booth after last week, where we went to the longest track on the Services USA. Well, we come back to some normality here. We come to Limaland Motorsports Park. This is the little bull ring.
Absolutely, mate. It's definitely a change in scenery, that's for sure. And back to a small track where these guys will definitely duke it out around this small speedway here at Limaland. And, it's one of those tracks where, Brett, if you're not on it and you're right near the wall, it's upside downville.
Yeah, well, there's kind of a little bit of difference in the turns as well. Turns 1 and 2, as you come out of turn 2, you can sort of see that just up on the left-hand side, top left near the sort of, we'll call it a northwest area, when you're looking at your screen. There's that opening just as you come out of turn 2 to go on the back straightaway. 3 and 4 is a little different. You can certainly hold it wide open, and that's where we'll see a lot of drivers carry speed and momentum. Of course, before we go into the first of our 6 heat races, again, another full service, so we thank all the drivers. Once again, I think it filled up in about 2 or 3 minutes, so drivers have to be on their A game just to get into the service here tonight. But of course, I want to give a shout out to our sponsors as well for making all this possible. Of course, a big thanks to Wicked Cushion, Wicked Energy Gum, DirtFan.com, World of Thunder Racing League, and iRace Wraps. You can check them out all on their social media pages. Give them a like and a follow. And don't forget, of course, tonight, proudly presented to you by Rush Sim Racing. Let's go trackside. Heat race number 1. Let's take a look at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid for the first of 6 heat races on the program. And starting on pole, in car number 95, the United Sim Sports entry, it's going to be Kane Della to his outside. In car number 097, Caden Brown will line up out of position number 2. Nathan Clive driving car number 14 will start position 3. Damien Butler will roll off position number 4. Position 5 will see Lance Bainton line up alongside Chris Strallo out of position 6. Ricky Sanders will start position 7. Stefan Tears will start position number 8. We go back to the final row. Davin Cardwell will start position 9. And Brendan Hobson will line up out of position number 10. As Caden Brown did not make the grid, so that's going to move the outside right. Ricey, no doubt, I'm sure you'll be keeping an eye on your teammate Hobbo to start position 10 in this one.
Absolutely, mate. Hobbo, a really nice guy, and one of those guys that will definitely help out wherever he can, but he's got a lot of work ahead of him, though, to get up the front, especially when you've got a lot of good guys up towards that front as well, Brett. But take away for heat race number 1.
All right, the Rush Sim Racing Midget Super League round number 5. We are green. 8-9 cars in this one. Heat race number 1 here at the Limaland Motorsports Park. Kane Della and Damien Butler lead the field down into turn number 1 and 2. Hobbo looking already straight up the inside up to position number 3. It's going to be Kane Della. Hobson straight up to the outside looking for the lead, maybe out of turn number 2. As here comes that Valvoline United Sim Sports number 8 machine. Damien Butler right back through the middle. 3 wide and Hobson to the race lead after lap number 2.
Yeah, Hobson is taking the race lead. Good move on the outside, but right behind him, though, is Damien Butler. He's looking for some redemption after last week, though. But right behind them is Kane Della. With the string of drivers, Nathan Clive as well. These drivers are going at it in heat race number 1, Brett. But these guys are 3 wide out of turn 2. Kane Della gets the worst foot, though. But go back up front. Brenton Hobson is still your race leader.
Yeah, here comes Sanders in that number 45 machine to the inside. Oh, Hobson, Butler around. Sanders to the race lead. Davin Cardwell trying to come through as well. Here comes Cardwell trying to put a slider there on Hobson, but Hobson kept the foot in the bucket and drove around the outside of the 07D machine. Butler now trying to make some moves around the outside of Nathan Clive. Damien Butler back to position 3, but how about Ricky Sanders up into the number 1 spot with a bit of luck a couple of laps ago. 6 down, 2 to run.
Yeah, Brett, Hobbo would be filthy after that one. He was running that race perfectly. But unfortunately, there was a bit of an incident there. But out in front, Ricky Sanders using that little bit of slider line, the shallow slider line, I should say. As Brett, we come to the very final lap in this one. And Ricky Sanders will take out heat race number 1. from Brenton Hobson in second. Third, Damien Butler. Fourth is Nathan Clive. Fifth, Lance Baton. Sixth, Kane Deller. Seventh was Stefan Tears. Eighth was Davin Cudwell. And ninth was Chris Starr.
Strallo. Old Dane Keller, eh? Mistake number one, but you know what? We roll with it here on Ultimate Dirt TV. But well done to Ricky Sanders. Remember, top 3 go through to the main event. And out of those top 3, out of the 18 drivers that we lock into tonight's main event, it's all about passing points. The 8 highest drivers in passing points format will move into a pole shuffle. That pole shuffle will happen after the Dual B mains during the warm-up session, just before our 40-lap A main event. Let's go trackside, heat race number 2. Let's take a look right now at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid. Alright, starting on pole, it's going to be Damian Rasmussen. To his outside, Aaron Kelly out of position number 2. Travis Castagna will start position 3. Craig Sherman will line up out of position number 4. Third row is going to be Clayton Davies and Ben Morrison out of positions 5 and 6. Matthew Leversidge will start position 7. Harley Smead lines up position number 8. Harry Stewart will start position 9 with Brad O'Brien to line up out of position number 10. Heat race number 2 of the Rush Sim Racing Midget Super League. Round number 5 here at the Limaland Motorsports Park. We are set for green flag action once again. Here off turn number 4 is Rasmussen and Kelly. On the front row, look, Kelly just blinked out there just at the wrong time, but comes back out. And we are green flag, already 3 wide right through the mid-pack right now. But Kelly going to lead Rasmussen. Then you go back to Sherm. Clayton Davies up on the inside. Then you go back to Ben Morrison. Harley Smee as well. And Castagna working through the middle of the racetrack. Behind him, Harry Stewart. Keep an eye on him to see if he's going to be able to advance into tonight's main event. He starts position number 9. We continue to watch Rasmussen and Sherm on screen. And here comes Ben Morrison right up on the outside looking for that third and final transfer spot. He has it down into turn number 3.
Oh, bit of a drama there, Brett, but going into turn number 1, it's 3 wide. Go to turn number 1. Slide job. And there, but some carnage back there, though. But right in front, though, Brett, is Aaron Kelly using that mid-ish high groove there. Then you got Ben Morrison right behind him, and then you got Harley Smee following up behind on 4th as well. But Craig Sherm has got he's got some company, Brett.
Yeah, well, Ben Morrison right through the middle going to take that line away there on the exit of turn number 2. Keep an eye on Harley Smee back there in 4th. Travis Castagna in the nice energy drink car number 2 machine. Position 5 at the moment for Trav as he looks to work high in turn number 1. Cut it down to the middle on the exit of turn number 2. White flag in the air right now for the MG Contracting number 18 machine, Aaron Kelly. Looking to put his name into tonight's A-main event along with Ben Morrison and potentially Craig Sherm. Castagna throws a slider on Smee into turn number 1 and 2. But for the final time, turns 3 and 4. The win goes to Aaron Kelly. Second going to go to Ben Morrison. Craig Sherm in 3rd. Smee's going to come home 4th. Castagna 5th. Stewart 6th. O'Brien 7th. Davies, Leversidge and Damian Rasmussen to round out a 10-car field here in heat race number 2. Another fantastic, exciting heat race here at the Limaland Motorsports Park. Heat race number 3. The Rush Sim Racing Midget Super League. Let's go trackside right now. Take a look at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid with another 8 laps on the board. Starting on pole in car number 32, Callan Arthur on his outside. Car number 7, Brady Baldwin. Second row inside, position 3, car 29 of Dale Jordison on his outside. Noah Page lines up out of position number 4. Position number 5 is going to be James Robbie in the Rush Sim Racing. He will start alongside Kobe Stidham in position number 6. Joel Berkeley, car number 9, will start position number 7 to his outside. Car number 17 of Kenley Brown lines up out of position number 8. And your final row, driving car 55, Dylan Thomas starts position number 9, and Ethan Cooper driving car number 31 to start position number 10. Again, 10 cars on the racetrack, 8 laps on the board. Ricey, our top 3. I guess we've got to keep an eye on our feature winner from last week, Joel Berkeley.
Yes, but he's definitely trying to find some more luck after last weekend. But we're here for Midgets, and Berkeley is definitely one of those guys that will be towards the front, that's for sure. He'll definitely put on a show, or he might even do a flip and land on his wheels again like a few weeks ago. But the field is set here for heat race number 3. Brady Baldwin and Callan Arthur on your front row. Here we go, folks. Heat race number 3 is about to go green. And Arthur, with a ordinary start there, loses 2 spots off the start. But Noah Page as well looking in there. But Brady Baldwin out to the race lead. But right behind them, though, it is for that transfer spot, Brett. That third and final transfer spot. At the moment, Dale Johnson holds that. But you got Berkeley on the bottom side. Then right behind him is James Robbie, the gutter rat himself.
Would you expect Robbie to be anywhere else right now, as Berkeley now moving up on the inside there on Ethan Cooper. He puts the slider on him. Keep an eye on Kobe Stidham as well, and that number 44 machine. Sitting back there in position number 4, Noah Page, meanwhile, is holding off Dale Jordison, car 27, and then Jordison holding off Stidham as they go into turn number 1 and 2. Cooper trying to throw something back at Berkeley into 1 and 2, but unable to do anything right now. Right to this track right now. It's all around the middle part of the racetrack at both ends, but 4 down, 4 to run, and Brady Baldwin, your race leader.
Yeah, Berkeley. I'm just watching Berkeley at the moment. He's searching for something up higher, but I don't think it's there just yet. But you got the top 3 right now are pretty much all locked in, unless Dale Jordanson messes up big time. And Berkeley upstairs, Brett. That's one move. I think he's trying to get some momentum going. He might just have it here, but not far enough though, Brett.
No, he's certainly trying to make something happen. It's now Stidham now going upstairs and trying to protect that top side of the racetrack. What that'll do is that'll leave Berkeley a lane up on the inside, but he does not opt to take it as they come down into turn number 1 and 2. The white flag flies here in heat race number 3. As we go see Brady Baldwin slide jump for 3rd right now, but Brady Baldwin wins 2nd. Going to go to Noah Page. 3rd was a very tight battle. 3 cars. Jordison hangs on to beat Stidham and Berkeley. Cooper, Robbie, Thomas, Arthur, and Kenley Brown. My oh my, ricey position 3, 4, and 5. There was only about a 1/10 and a half to 2 tenths in it.
Yeah, Brett, that was pretty close racing there.
All right, heat race number 4. Right now, cars making their way onto the racetrack. As we get to take a look right now at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid with Murray Howell lining up on the front row in car number 10 on his outside, the defending champion of the Midget Super League in car 21 for United Sim Sports, Bradley Oldfield. Lining up out of position number 3 in car number 71, Gavin Sadler. Out of position number 4, driving car 84, it's Bo Oldfield. Lining up out of position number 5 in car number 42, Kobe Dent. Dallas Sharp, driving car number 27, will start position number 6. Out of position number 7, driving car 36, that'll be Cole Morrison. Out of position number 8 for Tank SRT, Jared Steen. Then we go back to Tyler McQuilkin in the 509, will start position 9 with Brad Pascoe. In car number 15, out of position number 10. Another good lot of heat races, another good set of fields. Ricey for 8 laps of distance around the Limaland Motorsports Park.
Yes, Brett, and getting through this quite quickly, actually, compared to last week. But we have the track length to blame for that. But Oldfield is on the front row here. He'll be looking to bag some needed points, that is for sure. Here we go, Brett. Heat race number 4 goes green.
Yeah, Howell getting a good jump ahead of Bradley Oldfield down into turn number 1 and 2. Slide job, and there it goes. Oh, a bit of contact, bit of neck code there. And both Oldfields come together. And there was contact behind. I think Gavin Sadler was the 71 machine involved in that one. As there goes the 42, Kobe Den. Just using up every bit of that racetrack right next to Bradley Oldfield. Oldfield into the wall, comes down, he saves it. In goes Cole Morrison into position 3. What are we witnessing here in heat race number 4? As Jared Steen now, the 91 machine, works low through turn number 1 and 2. He is already after 2 laps. He has gone from 8th to 4th and now could potentially go back to 5th because Bradley Oldfield is winding that United Sim Sports Valvoline machine upstairs. He is starting now to get a little bit of speed and momentum. And if I'm Kobe Dent and Cole Morrison, I wouldn't want to be battling right now with that 51 machine coming after him.
No, but especially after that open exchange as well, he'll be determined to get back up front. And the racing is getting pretty hot right now as Oldfield looking to the top side on Kobe Dent. Can he get the job done here, Brett? He goes to the inside, looking for a slide job. He gets the job done, so he moves up 1 more spot. But he's got Cole Morrison as well in his sights. But out in front, Murray Howell out by a very good margin.
Yeah, up by about 6-7 car lengths right now through turn number, or down the back straightaway out of turns 1 and 2. Mao. All right, that's mistake number 2 for between us. I see 1 lap left to run. Murray Howell will continue to roll with it. So the Kiwis run 1 and 2. And the West Aussie runs in 3rd in a 3 and 4 for the final time. Murray Howell going to the main event, as is Cole Morrison and Bradley Oldfield. Those 3 drivers locking themselves into tonight's 40 lap. Kobe Dent, Jared Steen will go through to the Bs, along with Pascoe, Brad Pascoe, Tyler McQuilkin, Gavin Sadler, Bo Oldfield, and Dallas Sharp. But how about Murray Howell? Good drive from that pole position. But boy, oh boy, the drive might have been Jared Steen. 8th up to 5th and bagging some valuable points and much needed points for the series as we get set for heat race number 5 here in just a few moments, Rossi. As we take a look right now at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid for your 5th heat race of the night. And again, there is 6 heat races, plus we'll have 2 B mains. They'll be contested over 16 laps where we do take the top 3. And we'll quickly run through your starting grid here for the Rush Sim Racing Midget Super League round number 5. Jacob Dixon, car number 3, will start on pole. The outside of the front row, car number 092, Lachlan Horton. Inside, second row, driving the 015 machine, Darren Lord will start position 3 on his outside. Car number 78 of John Schultz out of position number 4. Position 5, driving car number 48, that'll be Bailey Barnacote, and Elliot Osborne in car 54 will start position 6. Aaron Hatton driving the 211 will start position 7. Harry Edwards in the Rush Sim Racing number 66 machine will start position number 8. And Devon Stowe driving car 61 will start position number 9. And Callum Davidson, I should say, in the 017 out of position number 10.
Made that number 3, Brett, of the night.
Yeah.
But anyway.
It's fine. It's fine. All right.
Yeah, I know.
As we tell people, mate, we just roll with it. All right.
So Jacob Dixon on the front row here, alongside Lachlan Horton. Actually.
No, that's correct.
So, right. Yep, that's right. My time screen a bit whiffed there. But heat 5 is aloft and green is gone. Here we go, folks. On the outside, that Rush Sim car is high and wide. That is for sure. Look at this, guys. Harry Edwards up top. But the battle is on for at the front now. Jacob Dixon going to the top side. A little bit of argy-bargy in there. Harry Stewart gets a big hurry along. But at the moment, John Schultz is in second. Then you've got Elliot Osborne in third. Then fourth, you've got Darren Lord. So, and then the further back as well, Harry Edwards is trying his hardest to get up further, but he's driving around the outside of Darren Lord right now, Brett. But we're not far into this.
No, just 3 laps in, still 5 remain, so we're not even at the half race distance. And Edwards makes and disposes of Darren Lord very quickly out of turn number 2 as we go into 3 and 4. He is about half a straightaway behind Elliot Osborne in that number 54 machine. Everyone riding high, wide and handsome. Harry into the wall. That's Edwards in the 66. And on goes Devon Stowe up on the inside. He is trying to cook up a storm with Harry Edwards as Edwards slides back down to the inside, slides down low into turn number 1, slides up, slide job. Stowe back to the inside, car upside down, Dixon upside down, Edwards upside down as well. But Edwards, how about that, back on all fours, just like a dog.
That was hectic, Brett. I cannot believe that. But at the moment, wow, this race has been turned on its head for sure. But John Schultz has inherited the race lead on this final lap around Limaland here, Brett. Schultzy out in front by a little bit, but he takes the checkers here for heat race number 5. Well done to John Schultz. Second is Elliot Osborne. Third was Devon Stowes. Fourth was Aaron Hatton. Fifth was Callum Davidson. Sixth was Darren Lord. Seventh was Harry Edwards. Eighth, Jacob Dixon. Ninth was Bartercoat. And 10 was Horton.
All right, 5 out of the 6 heat races completed here tonight. Round number 5 of the the Rush Sim Racing Midget Super League. As we'll go trackside for your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid for the final heat race of the night.
Final heat looks like this. Out of P number 1 is the 62 of Rodney James. Out of 2, the 56 of Corey Tyler. Out of 3, the 6 of Aaron Solet. Out of 4, the 504 of Carl Hoffmans. Out of 5, the 60 of Matt Quingley. Sorry if I messed up your name there, mate. Out of 6 was the 03 of Hayden Pascoe. Out of 7, the 23 of Jake Malcolm. Out of 8, the 24 of Brad Robinson. Out of 9, the 58 of Lockie Beattie. And out of 10, the 64 of Arrington Smith. So,
all right,
sorry if I completely messed up the names there.
So you've doubled it from 3 to 6. It's Alan Solet, not Aaron. It's Matt Quigley. And who was the other one? I think you said Brad Robinson. But, hey, I'm not trying to nitpick here, Ricey. He race number 6. We're about
Leave me alone.
Rodney James, Corey Tyler, green flag is out. Who was that car on the second row? Carl Hoffmans. He may have had a little bit of an advantage there on that start. We'll see if race control is going to allow it. There is some contact as we go 2 and 3 wide through turn number 3 and 4. And how about that United Sim Sports Valvoline number 3 machine? Pasco up to position number 3. Where did he start? He started 7th or 8th, and right now he's got a top 3, so he would be very close to being the highest, or one of the highest point scorers after tonight. We'll see if he can get by Alan Solet. He does so. Solet now checks up, and well, there goes Smith up on the inside. Solet going to lose a ton of ground. He's going to get passed by about 4 or 5 cars. There's the third spot right now. Corey Tyler holds on to it as he goes up top into 1 and 2. Smith right there, right behind him. 1 car working down low. I believe that might be Brad Robertson.
Yes, Brad, and Carl Hoffmans is out in the race lead at the moment. But right behind you, got Hayden Pascoe. Third, you've got Corey Tyler, that third and final transfer spot here, folks. Smith as well, looking for a slide job. He gets the job done, but drifts up way too high. And that brings Corey Tyler back into that spot. And then you've got Robinson right behind them as well. So, and Beattie, and then Solet is around here somewhere. Yep, there he is. But Brett,
back in about 10th spot, 2 to go.
2 to go. Carl Hoffmans running that top side. That MG number 33. Brett, for the final lap, take us home.
1 lap left to run here for Carl Hoffmans in that 33 machine. Started on the outside of row number 2. He looks good down into turn number 3. Out of turn number 4. Checkered flag is out. Carl Hoffmans booking his ticket to the main event. Home in second, going to go to Hayden Pascoe. Third at the line is going to be Corey Tyler. Ayrton Smith. Home in fourth, Brad Robertson. Position 5, Matt Quigley. Position 6, Lockie Beattie, Jake Malcolm, Rodney James, and Alan Solet to round out the 10 cars here in heat race number 6. And the first of 2 B-mains, which we contested over 16 laps. And again, only the top 3 are going to make it through. So let's go trackside. Take a look right now at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid. Starting on pole in car number 14, Nathan Clive, and Cody Stidham. In car 44 will start position number 2. Aaron Hatton will line up out of position number 3. Lance Baton out of position number 4. Third row is going to be Joel Berkeley out of position 5. Callum Davidson lines up position number 6. Kane Della will start position 7. Ethan Cooper lines up out of position number 8. Position number 9, it's going to be Darren Lord and Stefan Tears out of position number 10. James Robbie, position number 11. Harry Edwards will line up out of position number 12. Position 13, Davin Cardwell. Position number 14 is going to be Dylan Thomas. Jacob Dixon will start position 15. Chris Strallo out of 16th. 17th is going to be Callan Arthur and Bailey Barnacote out of position number 18th. Caden Brown did not grid in position 19th. Kenley Brown, position number 20. And that'll move Lachlan Horton up from 21st to position number 19. So still ricey, a 20-car field. This is only B-Main number 1. We're going to have very similar numbers in B-Main number 2.
Yeah, Brett, this is absolutely jam-packed here. But, top 3 transfer.
Well, think of these names. Stidham, Berkeley, Davidson, Della, Robbie, Edwards, Cardwell, Dixon, Arthur, and Horton. Any one of those drivers can certainly have a run in at a top spot in an A-Main any day of the week. And to think we're only going to take 3 of them from this one, we'll see who is going to make it and who won't make it. Already look at Berkeley trying to make it 4 wide, but they're 3 wide for second. Berkeley up to position number 3, and now coming after the race lead down into turn number 3 and 4. He has got it's Kobe Stidham who has the number 1 spot. Berkeley down low. They race side by side as Berkeley now will take the race lead down into turn number 3. But Kobe Stidham trying to work back to the outside. Berkeley certainly flirting with disaster on the inside, and now Stidham, he's going to work it down low down into turn number 1 and 2 as he makes a pass. Oh, Berkeley upside down. No, he doesn't go upside down. He's pirouetting down the back straightaway.
Brett, he tried to stick the landing there for sure, but didn't get on all 4 wheels. That is for sure. But wow, what controversy. That is definitely in the books for later on in discussions. But right at this moment, the pack is wild up front. Nathan Clive. Then you've got Aaron Hatton in the mix as well. But Brett, this is getting absolutely crazy.
Yeah, Berkeley not happy with the way he was treated with that number 3 machine of Kobe Stidham. So right now Stidham is still holding down second spot. Here comes Kane Della up on the outside now looking for second. As Berkeley, well, that's not the right way to go about it, Berkeley. You know better than that. As Davin Cardwell, meanwhile, we'll focus on the drivers up near the front. There's Kane Della, Davin Cardwell, and now in comes Nathan Clive. 3 wide for the transfer spot. Second, third, and fourth up for grabs here, and Cardwell, well, slams Clive down into turn number 3 and 4. It is all happening, and here comes Callum Davidson looking for that 3rd spot on Davin Cardwell.
Yeah, Cardwell is under siege right now, Brett, as Davidson is looking for that mid-groove. Oh, who was that in the background? He absolutely flew into the wall. But wow, Brett, as I said, this race has been turned on its head. And obviously Berkeley is definitely not happy with the way he's treated. But Aaron Hatton, he'll be reaping the rewards here pretty soon as he's out in front in the 211 car. But as I say that though, you've got Kane Della in second. Then Davin Cardwell in third. And remember, folks, it is the top 3 that go through.
Now, 5 to run that time by down into turn number 1 and 2. Aaron Hatton still your race leader. Watching on screen that 07 Davin Cardwell right now got the final transfer position locked up, but Callum Davidson trying to make something happen in that United Sim Sports with Valvoline number 017. Nathan Clive to round out the top 5. Tiers, Thomas, Arthur, Kenley Brown, Ethan Cooper, your top 10. Lord, Robbie and Bainton. Harry Edwards was a car that could have potentially been upside downers. We'll continue to watch Aaron Hatton. 2 to run this time by.
Yeah, Hatton's just doing some research here at the moment, Brett. You can tell he's changed his lines, but he doesn't want to do that too early because the guy right behind him and Kane Della, and then Davin Cardwell as well. As we go into the final lap now, Brett, Aaron Hatton looking very good here, but right, the battle is on for second right now. Kane Della and Cardwell, who will get it? Oh, I can't call it, Brett. I just can't call it.
I think Cardwell. Wow. 0.021 of a second. Oh, my. But it wouldn't matter because both drivers in second and third are going to transfer. Hatton, Cardwell, and Della. Those 3 drivers going to your main event. Everybody from 4th on back. Well, they're going to be sent packing. We'll see those drivers next week for round number 6 of the Russian Racing Midget Super League. But we've still got one more B-main before we get into our 7-race pole shuffle. And again, we'll have the lineups for you in just a few moments' time for that one. But before we get there, we're still going to go through your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid here for B-main number 2. Alright, starting on pole in car number 57, Harley Smee. On his outside, Kobe Dent will line up at a position number 2. Ayrton Smith will line up position number 3. Travis Castagna will start position number 4. Position 5 will be Jared Steen. Brad Robertson will start position number 6. Harry Stewart starts position 7. Brad Pascoe out of position number 8. Position number 9, it's going to be Matt Quigley, and Brad O'Brien will start position number 10. Position 11, Tyler McQuilkin and Lockie Beatty lines up out of position number 12. Clayton Davies out of position 13th. Gavin Sadler out of position number 14th. Jake Malcolm lines up out of position 15th. Matthew Levisage will start position number 16. 17th is going to be Bo Oldfield and Rodney James out of position 18th. Damien Rasmussen will line up out of position number 19. Dallas Sharp did not grid, so therefore Alan Solent will start position number 20. Another 20-car field. James Rice, who do you like in this one very quickly?
Well, you can't go past Harley Smee, but Jared Steen for me.
All right, Steenie starts position 5. Keep an eye on Harry Stewart. He starts position 7. As the green flag flies, everybody trying to get the advantage over the other competitors. 3 and 4 wide already through turn number 1 and 2. As we go down into 3 and 4 for the first of 16 laps here in B-main number 2. Stewart up on the inside. I think that is. It is in that Valvoline number 11 machine. Clayton Davies working up on the inside tyres. We've got an MG contracting car. We've also got cars around at the back. I'm not entirely sure who was caught up in that one. Jared Steen at the back is in position 19, so he is done for. As he's now officially going back to pit road. Harley Smee, Kobe Dent, and Ayrton Smith, the top 3. Here comes Stewart up on the inside. Stewart trying to get by Castagna, but Castagna still continues to work the outside. He's going to shut the door down into turn number 3. Will he look for the slider? No. He stays mid-track, and he's still got 12 to go.
Yeah, definitely Stewart. He's flirting with death at the moment with those tyres. But it's making it work, though. But at the moment, Castagna is looking for a way forward. Then you got Smith as well. On the outside, rise the wall. That pushes the 48 car on my screen. I actually don't know where he went. But anyway, the 42 car, Kobe Dent, I believe it was, pushed him sideways on the front straightaway. But Stewart battling on the bottom side. Gets into the slick, though. Kobe Dent back on the inside and messes that up completely. But out in front, Brett, Harley Smee, definitely not one of those guys that has no experience. He's got plenty of experience, that's for sure.
Yeah, he's got plenty of experience in a real car as well, so he certainly knows how to get around in the virtual side of things, but also knows how to get it done in the real world as well. We continue to watch Stewart now on the inside, trying to cut out some of the racetrack there on the inside. Almost, we're going to call it the Berkeley line, because Berkeley knows exactly how to get around here, gets underneath the tyres, and well, now is that there, as that was a lot cleaner there from Stewart. As he's now going to blink in and out as Castagna going to still hold on to position 3. Oh no, car! That was Smith who had a piece of that lap car who was just sitting there in turns 1 and 2. And Stewart now, Stewart up on the inside, Stewart to position 3, 10 down, 6 to go. Oh, Castagna upside down, sorry Ricey. Big ride, trying to get on the Joel Berkeley reel highlights cam.
Woo! As I was about to say, Brett, the chief steward was on the radio to Harry Stewart with a one-way communicator telling him he was running the infield, and one more lap like that, he is gone. So he's definitely settled in pretty nicely. As I say that, is Smith getting into the wall. He's in P number 2 right now.
Yeah, it doesn't need to do anything silly. 3 laps left to run for Harley Smee. The battle on screen is between the 64 of Smith and the 11 of Stewart. Stewart still works low Oh, car upside down in turns 3 and 4. That is the 84 of Bo Oldfield. As we'll go back up towards the drivers in first, second and third. Smee, he's only got a lap and a half to go as we continue right now to watch the battle between Smith and Stewart through turns 3 and 4. The white flag is out. The final lap of preliminary competition here at the Limaland Motorsports Park. Down into turns 3 and 4. Harley Smee from the drop of the green flag has been spectacular. Smee gets the win. Second at the line between Stewart and Smith. And Smith is going to get it as Stewart comes home in third. And those three drivers will make up the outside row of tonight's main event, 20, 22 and 24. Boy, oh boy, Ricey. We've still got 7 pole shuffle races to go. And then we've also got a 40-lap main event.
Yes, Brad, and at the moment, the chief steward is just briefing the drivers on the pole shuffle at the moment. And Brett, this track is perfect for pole shuffles. I can guarantee you that. It is a perfect track. You got a bottom, you got a top. And there's plenty of room to slide.
All right, so just getting the points sorted here. They are sorted. We do have the top 8 in points, and well, there's some names that we wouldn't normally see here. But Ricey, I can tell you, and this is for team bragging rights at the moment. Brenton Hobson, highest in points.
Well, it will be a happy chappy, that is for sure. I can guarantee you that one.
Right, first 2 cars on the racetrack, Elliot Osborne and Hayden Pascoe. Hayden Pascoe will have lane choice. That'll be him there in the Valvoline United, or the United Sim Sports Valvoline number 3 machine. Loser will start position number 8. The winner will continue on to face the driver, the 6th highest in point scorer, as Pascoe caught that tie there on the exit of turn before. And here goes Osborne. Up on the inside, it doesn't even seem like they're using a whole lot of throttle right now, Ricey.
No, they'll be just trying to keep the car underneath them. There's no point on these type of racetracks to completely put the whole pedal down. But Osborne, I don't know what the chiefs will say about that one.
Yeah, you're thinking what I'm thinking. We're about to find out. Now, beauty of it for you is you'll be able to hear. I can't.
Well, both cars have parked on the back straightaway, and Chief Steward Alan Zacken has said to the drivers they're just going to review it quickly. So by the very, very good technology for iRacing, the instant replays.
Speaking of instant replays, we've got one up on screen right now. As this is the move in 3 and 4. And I mean, if we want, we can slow this right down, and we could almost make a case. But again, I don't want to have any sort of biased opinion on this one, just because I've got a teammate in this one. But we take a look at a slow-mo, and Ricey, you just let me know when they've made the decision.
Yeah, they have.
All right, what's the verdict?
Hayden Pascoe has been awarded the win. So the Chief Steward didn't... Sorry?
Yeah, I was just going to say, and I'll tell you why for that one. I reckon it's just because of where Osborne was on the racetrack when he made the contact. He was pretty much on the infield. He was below those tyres.
Absolutely. But at the moment, thank you very much to Osborne. He took it on the chin pretty well. That's what we need in this racing service a lot more often. As Pascoe and Morrison duke it out here in pole shuffle number 2. As Morrison goes to the top side, and well stand by Pascoe. He hit that infield tyre, and he made that car lift up. He wanted to go airborne, Brett, just like at Las Vegas all those years ago. He knows what I mean. So Ben Morrison goes down low here for the final lap of this pole shuffle, and he will definitely move on here. He will face our next competitor here shortly.
Yeah, well, one thing that Ben Morrison has got to be aware of as well, that he needs to make sure that he's got enough fuel. Because if he's certainly got the talent behind the wheel here on the sim to get through the rest of these pole shuffles. But out rolls The SRT MG Contracting number 33 machine of Carl Hoffman's. This is for position number 6. So loser of this one will start P6. The winner will go on to face John Schultz for the 5th or the 4th and 5th starting positions as the green flag is out. Carl Hoffman's on the top side and Ben Morrison up on the inside. Slide job by Morrison. I could have seen that one coming. Stevie Wonder would have seen that one coming as Morrison going to protect the low side. They both run the slider into turn number 3 and 4. That's exactly what Morrison needs right now. As Hoffman's now tries once again. Slide job. Morrison was already turning the car back underneath him in the middle of turn number 1 and 2. Smart drive by Ben Morrison. Hoffman's got to run on the inside. No, Ben Morrison. He wins. Hoffman's back to the pits, and out will roll the 78 machine for Pace Syndicate, John Schultz. But boy, oh boy, Ben Morrison, he's already shown that he's prepared to get up on the wheel and run anywhere that he has to do to get the victory here in these pole shuffle races, Ricey.
Absolutely, Brett. As John Schultz rolls out in the number 16, as he's picked his lane choice, which is the inside. And we're about to go green this time around here, Brett. Schultz will be trying to knock off Ben Morrison off the perch. Here we go. All right. Yep, yeah, we are green, yep. Sorry, the Chief Shield was in my ear again. But Ben Morrison sliding up to the high line again. Makes that groove work, goes back into P1, but Schultz is on the bottom, looking for a slider, not quite, but Morrison gets that momentum off the top. Last lap now, Brett. It's Morrison getting very close to the wall. That's one thing you do not want to do, especially in the A-main. As I say that, Schultz is upside down. He did exactly what I was saying. The commentator's curse, that's for sure, as Morrison goes across the line, and he moves through.
All right, I did have the points up again, but turns out I like to do other things. But out comes Cole Morrison. Now, these are not brothers.
Are these two related?
They are related. Uncle and nephew.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
The
uncle
battle.
And nephew.
Here we go.
Bragging rights is on the line again. Tell you what, Cole's a pretty handy peddler, I must say, in the number 36 machine. And he'll have lane choice, and I reckon, just quietly, Ricey, I reckon a slider's coming from Ben on Cole. Wait for the chief steward to give the green flag, and the green flag is out. And look what we know, Ben Morrison straight to the top side with a slide job. Cole turns it underneath him now, down into 3 and 4 we go. Cole Morrison going to stay low. Ben Morrison got that number 97 machine working a treat all over the Limaland Motorsports Park. He nearly hits the wall on the exit just as they got to the opening in the turn number 2. But the checkers are out right now. Ben Morrison continues his advance towards the front row. And how about this, Ricey? If he wins this next race, he guarantees himself a front row starting position. But have a look who he's got to defend it up against. It's Ricky Sanders in the number 88 machine.
Well, Brett, Ricky Sanders picking his lane. That is the inside. Chief Steward once again in my ear, talking to the drivers on track as we're going green this time. Can Morrison do it again? Oh, no, false start here. As Chief Stewart has just said over the one-way communicator, it needs to be a little bit more even. So, let's see if these two guys can settle the ship a bit and get ready for this next pole shuffle. Right here, right now, here at Limaland. As the green flag has been alofted, as Ben Morrison gets the jump, goes to that slider line, protects the bottom side as Sanders goes to the bottom. It is side-by-side action here. Morrison goes to defend again as Sanders goes back to the bottom. He's got that bottom working, Brett. The final lap now. Sanders slides up to the top side. Morrison diamonds off the corner, looking for somewhere to go. Here we go, slider time, and it's Morrison, Sanders, Morrison. It's Sanders, Brett. Wow.
Well, Ricky Sanders puts a stop to Ben Morrison. Morrison, he will start position number 3. So he's already made up 3 positions from the pole shuffle. So it just goes to show you, no matter where you are inside the top 8, whether you're 7th or 6th, 7th, 8th, if you've got the skill and got the talent to do so, you can certainly make a run at making a charge towards the front of the field. Out rolls the Synergy Sim Racing car number 88 of Brenton Hobson. And ladies and gentlemen, this is for pole position. Hobson in the blue and white number 88 machine. Sanders in the white, red and black Alkaline 88 into turn number 1 and 2 on the outside. Sanders ducking down low now. Hobson gets a run on the top side. Will enter turn 3 on the cushion. He'll roll the cushion through turn number 3 and 4. Sanders up on the inside. Hobson has it as they go down into turn number 1 and 2. Slide job. Oh no, Hobbo! Hobbo had one job and he stuffed it into turns 1 and 2. And Ricky Sanders, he will win the pole shuffle. He will start on pole for tonight's 40-lap A main event. And Brenton Hobson, well, talking about getting on the highlights cam, he will start position number 2, but Ricey, still a good spot considering that he started 10th in that one.
Yeah, Brett, and I can guarantee you right now, he will be filthy with himself. He hasn't had the best of luck in the last few weeks, and he's just looking for some good luck and some good results. But he has definitely got it, that's for sure, starting on the outside of that front row. And Sanders, well, congrats, buddy. He is your pole sitter.
All right, what we'll do, we might take a quick break here on Ultimate Dirt TV, the Rush Sim Racing Midget Super League round number 5. Our A-Main is up next. It'll be a 40-lap A-Main event. We'll take a quick break and come back on the other side of this. Before we take that quick break, again, a big thanks to the sponsors. A big thanks to Rush Sim Racing and, of course, Midget Super League, Cush Clothing, 87 Creative, and everybody that makes all this possible here on a Wednesday evening, Wednesday morning, depending on where you are around the world. And, of course, our own sponsors here, Wicked Cushion, Wicked Energy Gum, World of Thunder Racing League, DirtFan.com, and iRace Wraps. Check them out on all their social media pages. Give them a like and a follow. We'll take a quick break and come back. Your A-Main up next. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Ultimate Dirt TV for the Rush Sim Racing Midget Super League. Here tonight, round number 5. Live tonight from the virtual Limaland Motorsports Park. Brett Wheeler joined alongside James Rice and Ricey. We have our field set. We have our 24 starters. What is left to do is go through our starting grid and 40 laps on the board. Admin cautions here tonight. And, oh, Doctor, it's going to be a beauty.
Absolutely, Brett. But obviously the grids won't be fully correct at the start. The guys will take the green and then reform up into their correct positions. But we do know your front row is Sanders and Hobson. So, and Hobbo will be pleased about that one. But, Brett, it is a long, long way to go around this track. And the boys just need to settle the ship, find a groove, and make your move.
Well, I can tell you, your lineup will look like this. Ricky Sanders, Brenton Hobson in row 1. Ben Morrison, Cole Morrison in row 2. John Schultz and Carl Hoffmans in row 3. Hayden Pascoe, Elliot Osborne in row 4. Devon Stove, Brady Baldwin in row 5. Aaron Kelly and Noah Page in row 6. Murray Howard, Damian Butler in row 7. Craig Sheeran, Dale Jordison in row 8. Row 9, Bradley Oldfield, Corey Tyler. Row 10, Aaron Hatton, Harley Smee. Row 11, Davin Cardwell, Ayrton Smith. And row 12, Kane Della and Harry Stewart. 40 laps around Limaland. I know we've all got a bit of bias in us sometimes, Ricey. It's hard not for you to pick Brenton Hobson. It's hard not for me to go with one of the United Sim Sports drivers. But, again, who have you got your eye on in this 40-lap main event?
Yeah, Brett, it's pretty hard to try to make a decision, but I think Sanders is going to be one tough cookie to beat here. But, obviously, my affiliation lands with Hobson, so come on, Hobbo, let's get it done.
All right, well, I can tell you a couple of nights ago, in fact, on the weekend, I think it was Saturday or Sunday. It might have been Sunday. The Speedshift TV iRacing Champions League, the Midgets, they were here at Limaland. And Ricky Sanders, in fact, won that one. So we'll see what we can do. We're about to get after it. 40 laps on the board. The green flag is out. We are underway in tonight's main event. And Sanders straight to the top side. Slide job down into turn number 1 and 2. What is going to be the response right now down into 3 and 4? He stays down low. Hobson had to get off the gas and stop from tag in the back of the 45 of Sanders. Cole Morrison and Ben Morrison either side of Brenton Hobson. 3 wide down into turn number 3 and 4. The Morrison Hobos in a Morrison sandwich right now, and they clear him out of turn 4.
And the slide jobs keep coming. Brett, as Ben Morrison puts a slider on Cole. And then Hobson is right behind them in 4th. As Sanders goes straight down the bottom, Dom's off the corner. But it's literally a 3-way battle right behind them. Brennan Schultz is on the top side. As I say that, he's in the wall. He's upside down.
John Schultz upside down in turn number 1 and 2. Single car, so we stay green for the moment. It'll be admin cautions all throughout this 40-lap A main event. Bradley Oldfield into position 12 at the moment. In front of them, you've got Kelly, Pascoe and Elliot Osborne all trying to fight for spots inside the top 5. Pascoe at the moment, he's got the top 5 wrapped up in the moment. But look at Kelly working the outside, that MG Contracting number 18 machine. Lately, all through this season, that 18 machine, when he's been here, he has been super quick. I've seen him come from the back to the front multiple times as Hobson now gets a little tight. Pascoe up on the inside of the battle on for 4th, 5th and 6th right now. And just in front of them as well, half a straightaway, it's the Morrison guys. Uncle and nephew, they were trading sliders as well.
Action is hot here, Brad, as Sanders, he's taking a commanding lead here. There's Morrison. That's Ben Morrison. Tags the tyres. He half spins. This is an opportunity for Cole to get on the outside. And he does. He goes right to the top as Ben Morrison slides up. These two are duking it out. I can't believe this, Brett. This is absolutely amazing right now as Cole Morrison gets the upper hand on that one. But we go further back. Hayden Pascoe inherits 4th spot. Then you got Aaron Kelly, and then you got Brady Baldwin. Then Hobson has dropped back a little bit further than he would hope, that's for sure, back in P7.
Yeah, he got into the wall in turns 1 and 2 on the, I think it was a previous or 2 laps ago. So that's the reason why he sort of fell out of the top 5 battle right now. But tell you what, Baldwin, impressive drive so far, right through the middle of the racetrack, just behind them as they go 3 deep, selling it cheap. Elliot Osborne in the 54 machine. He made a mistake in 1 and 2, caught those inside U tyres. James Robbie as well, catching him. In fact, that's Noah Page in the 42 machine in that black and pink Ross Sim Racing 42. Remember, I see with these green flag, the lap counter not actually correct. We go white flag on lap number 42. So, meanwhile, battle up between Kelly and Pascoe once again for 4th and 5th. Pascoe coming back after Kelly right now. Kelly around the outside, but man, oh man, this is a good racetrack right now.
Yeah, Brett, action is aplenty right here, right now. As I'm trying to get back to our race leader, Ricky Sanders, he has one job ahead of him, and that's lap traffic, and this could make or break. I know I say that in loosest terms, but he's got 3 cars in front of him. He's got a massive lead. Back to Cole Morrison in 2nd, Ben Morrison in 3rd, then Aaron Kelly in 4th, Hayden Pascoe in 5th. 6th is now a dicey subject between Dale Jordanson and Brady Baldwin. Both cars having the same main sponsor as the same team. As I say that, right behind them is Brenton Hobson, Hobbo in 8th spot. It's quite ironically the number 8 as well on that car.
Well, doesn't he like 6 in these broadcasted races, like in the V8s and stuff like that?
No, I don't think so.
No? Okay. Anyhow, tell you what, Bradley Oldfield's starting to close in on Davin Carbour. Carbour coming in after with a slide job on Hobbo. So Hobbo, he's about to fall back to about the 10th spot, but I'll tell you what, 20 in the book so far. Halfway home into turn number 1 and 2. This time by for your leader, Ricky Sanders. He's got a fair bit of a distance back to Cole Morrison and Ben Morrison. About half a straightaway. Cole Morrison slider there on a lap car. I believe that might be Kane Della in the 95 machine. It is the all black machine. As Ben Morrison now in 3rd, or still in 3rd, I should say. And third, the gap between 3rd and 4th between Morrison and Kelly. Again, you're looking at about a straightaway. Kelly into the wall. We see it happen on screen right now. And that's going to certainly give Dale Jordanson a bit of momentum with a bit up and go in that number 29 machine.
Yeah, Jordanson is railing that top side, absolutely hammering it. He was doing that earlier with Hobson. But right behind him, you got Hayden Pascoe in the Valvoline, number 03, or the 3 car anyway. Then you got Brady Baldwin as well in the 7, in P7. See again, ironically, Brett, the same numbers. As we go back up front, Sanders has still got a commanding lead out in front. But Brett, I am impressed right now with the 2 Morrison guys right here. Those 2 are close to each other, but literally, I know they're family, but which one's the older one and which one's the younger one? Because surely, you know, the oldest has the first priority, yeah?
You'd think so. Cole's the uncle, as far as I'm aware. Yeah, Cole's the uncle. Ben's definitely the young one out of the 2, the young whippersnapper. But I'll tell you what, you wouldn't pick it if you never seen him or never heard him on Discord or anything like that, or on Race Chat. Just looking at it, you would have no idea that Cole is the older one out of the 2. But tell you what, Ricky Sanders getting through this lap traffic like you wouldn't believe, carving it up like a sliced turkey on Thanksgiving in that number 45 machine. He has now put 4 cars between himself and the second place runner of Cole Morrison. Man, tell you what, Sherham, he wants to stay on the lead lap. He come back up on the inside, but again, he's just running his own line, running his own race. And, well, now it's up to Cole Morrison in the 36 machine to get by these 4 lap cars. This is where it could play havoc, and this is where it could change the complex of the race right now, with Ben Morrison not too far away from Uncle Cole.
As I say that, the race director has said 10 to go in my ear. As Cole Morrison trying to navigate his way through.
Jordanson.
And Jordanson, wow.
Jordanson and Kelly had contact. We just caught it on screen. That was It was a very big slider, and Kelly went around the outside. Jordison did a 360, no yellow because of the single car spin. And, well, we stay green, but so Jordison falls back to positions, and Harry Stewart from 24th up to 9th.
Brett, these guys are going at it as well. As Sanders still out in front. He is gone, and I mean that literally. He is gone. But the action's still plenty, regardless of track position, as Pascoe is looking for way forward in front of Oldfield. Then you got Della Lapcar slowing down there, Brett. But this race is not over yet, Brett, and we're not far away.
Yeah, as we go, or the lead, car upside down there just to the right of your screen again. We stay green for the moment. Bradley Oldfield started, I think, at what was 18th or 16th, somewhere around there. He's up to position 7, trying to get by the number 7 machine of Brady Bolden. But Davin Carbell, another driver I've been super impressed with here tonight, driving that 07 machine. He is up to a top 5, position number 5. We have got 4 laps to go. This time by for Ricky Sanders, and he has got 2 more lap cars. Realistically, with the gap that he's got between himself and Cole Morrison, I wouldn't even be attempting to think about trying to pass these lap cars.
Absolutely, Brett. But Sanders, he is gone completely. And I think he'll be pretty happy with this one, Brett. But I'll leave it up to you, Brett, to wind down this awesome race here at Limaland.
2 laps to run. The popsicle sticks are out for Ricky Sanders in the number 45 machine. Into turn number 3 and 4 for the penultimate time. The Alkaline 88.45 of Ricky Sanders. We'll see the white flag fly here for the first of these 24 drivers here at the Limaland Motorsports Park. The Rush Sim Racing Midget Super League. Round number 5, the win goes to Ricky Sanders. He is victorious. Second across the line between Cole and Ben Morrison. It's close. Cole Morrison going to edge out Ben Morrison for the top 3 positions. Everybody else, Kelly, Cardwell, Baldwin, Stewart, Pascoe, Oldfield, Hoffmans, Hobson, Stove, Hatton, Osborne, Howe, Sheeran, Jordison, Della, Page, Smee, Tyler, Smith, Schultz, and Butler. But how about Ricky Sanders in the race that goes green to checker, and he absolutely obliterates this field.
Brett, but congratulations to Sanders. But the 2 Morrison guys in 2 and 3, those 2 were pretty happy with themselves as well. As Brett, soon we'll catch up with our place getters, and I'll leave those interviews up to you, as you are far more qualified for that than I am. But yeah,
I wouldn't go that far. Come on, I'm not that good. I'm definitely far from it. But tell you what, we do have our top 3 ready to go. So what we'll do right now, we're going to waste no time. We're going to go straight down to victory lane here tonight, and the guy that leads all 40 laps, green to checker, unfazed in this main event. Ricky Sanders, congratulations on this victory. Well, it was 40 laps, 40 green flag laps we had added, and boy, oh boy, you made everyone look a little silly here tonight.
Yeah, I've been running a lot of Limaland recently, to be honest, and it's just kind of a line that develops over time at Limaland. I know it's weird. It's a weird line, but it's always fast.
Seen you pick up a win a couple of days ago in the Speed Shift TV, the fixed setup for the Midget series. Do you think that's sort of helped? Obviously, we know different setups, between what happened a couple of days ago and to what you run here. I'm going to say this morning for you, because you're probably 6 or 7 a.m. over there. But do you think tonight you had that little bit of advantage coming into this 40 lap race, considering that only a couple of nights ago you were here doing the exact same thing?
Yeah, it definitely helped a little bit. It was a little bit of different line, but it was pretty similar on what it was. It's the same concept.
Well, Ricky, yeah, you come away with your first win here at the Rush Sim Racing Midget Super League, round number 5 here at Limaland Motorsports Park. We'll let you get and celebrating this early morning. Have some red cordial or something. Have a bottle of water. Stay COVID-19 free. Before we let you go, of course, sponsors, shout outs, all that good stuff. Who makes it happen for you?
Thank Alkaline 88. You guys for doing the broadcast and everybody who put the league on.
All right, there we go. Ricky Sanders there, home in first place. Home in second place tonight. I believe it went to the 36 of Cole Morrison. Cole Morrison home in second spot tonight. Well, I would be correct in saying this. You are the uncle to Ben.
That is correct. I'm the uncle to Ben.
Now, was there a little bit of a family order there? Say, hey, listen, nephew, ease up. I'm the older one. I get higher spot on the podium. Was there any orders like that tonight, or?
Nah, I think it's because I had 2 less gallons than he did.
What? That's not a whole lot in a midget, to be honest. Like, it's probably about six or 7 laps around here.
Yeah, well, he tried to get me there into 4 with that lap traffic, but we just made it round, and we raced together in real life, so we know what we raced like. So no, it was good. It was good fun.
Obviously, as you said, your family members, you race against each other in real life. What's it like doing it here on the sim compared to real life? Obviously, you don't have to pay for stuff, but what's it like to race online and also in the real world?
To be honest, in real life, we're probably more dirty to each other than we are to other people. We're pretty competitive, but it's a bit of fun on the sim, enjoy it. Doesn't cost anything. It's good fun.
Well, tonight you come home second spot. You started on the second row. I think it was third or fourth, one of those positions. I think you started alongside of each other, but a race that went 40 laps green to checker. Were you surprised at how tricky the track was towards the end of it, especially that cushion working upstairs and drivers being able to run pretty much anywhere they wanted to tonight?
Yeah, it was a pretty crazy line. That guy in P1, man, he was running a crazy line. I would never run that, and that's what was fast. But Ben bloody smoked me in that pole shuffle there, so happy to get up on him.
All right, Cole, congratulations on this second place run here tonight at the Limaland Motorsports Park. Round 5 of the Rush Sim Racing Midget Super League. We'll let you get out of here, but before we let you go, of course, sponsors on this race car. Who makes it happen for you?
Cool, thanks, Brett. And yeah, just my homies, my sponsors, my boys. The old sim rig does the job.
All right, Cole Morrison there, home in second spot. Home in third spot tonight. He is the nephew to Cole Morrison. Ben Morrison, third place tonight. Boy, I thought you might have had something for those guys at the front, considering that you pretty much tore through that pole shuffle. But hey, third place is nothing to complain about.
Yeah, it's awesome to get a third place here. Really been struggling here in this league. I seem to always just miss out making the transfer or get involved in a little bit of trouble in the feature race. So it was good to bring home a solid result.
This track was very slick from top to bottom, and when you run with about 24 cars or about 20 cars finished pretty much the entire 40 laps, this track and lap traffic was always going to play a part. What was the difference maker, do you think, between yourself and Uncle Cole during those last sort of 10 to 15 laps when you guys were getting into lap traffic?
Well, I think the main plan was to not wreck each other because it's the best we've ever been running there. So we were both talking in Discord to each other on our little microphones. So we're all sitting there. We had a little plan set up that we're gonna hold our file here and just bring it home to the end. I had a sneaky little go there in the last corner, but couldn't quite pull it off. But man, it's a good result to get a double Morrison podium.
Yeah, you come home 2 and 3 in a second. Well, from what I know, the second time that you've actually guys have come home in a podium between yourself. But I think the last time you guys were on the podium together here on Ultimate Dirt TV, I think it might have been a national title where you picked up that win and you had it over him. But hey, congratulations, third place tonight. We'll let you get out of here. But of course, sponsor shout-outs, all that good stuff. Ben, who makes it happen for you?
Yeah, I'd just like to thank all my real life sponsors that support me through the game as well as in real life. So Sylvester Clark Consulting Engineers, Armour Financial Services, Promo Lab, Gary from First National Real Estate, and Right On Science, making the cars look badass.
All right, there we go. Ben Morrison home in third place here tonight. And again, recapping your top 3 here tonight. Ricky Sanders gets the win ahead of Cole Morrison and Ben Morrison. That is your podium here tonight for the Rush Sim Racing Midget Super League. Round number 5 here at the Limaland Motorsports Park. We are complete. We are done for the night. Ricey, thank you again for joining me here in the booth. No doubt it's time to go Wreckfesting.
Yeah, sorry, mate. I was just reviewing back some other stuff here, but yeah, Sanders definitely outclassed the rest of the field here tonight, and the 2 Morrison boys. Definitely, I want to see some more of that slide job action, that's for sure, in the next few weeks. But Brett, thank you very much for having me once again here on Ultimate Dirt TV, and hopefully I'll be back next week for another installment of this great series.
Yes, round number 6 next week. No idea where we go to, but you can catch all the action live right here on Ultimate Dirt TV across our Facebook and YouTube channels. And until next time again, a big thanks to Rush Sim Racing, Cush Clothing Co., 87 Creative, and I believe there's one more. It might just be me, Ultimate Dirt TV, but I don't worry about me. A big thanks to the current sponsors here at Ultimate Dirt TV. A big thanks to Wicked Cushion, Wicked Energy Gum, World of Thunder Racing League, DirtFan.com, and iRace Wraps. I thought there was another one. I must be going crazy in my old age. Anyhow, thank you to all the sponsors here that make all this possible here on Ultimate Dirt TV. For the Americans that are just waking up in the morning, tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern, it'll be the Dirty Old Bastards 305 Sprint Cars. I think we travel to either... We might be here at Limaland, I'm not too sure. But again, 9 p.m. Eastern is when we're going to be live. But that'll be tomorrow for us here in Australia or New Zealand. And until next time, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the team here at Ultimate Dirt TV, the management behind the scenes, and on behalf of your broadcast team tonight, James Rice and myself, Brett Wheeler, we say farewell and good night from the virtual Limaland Motorsports Park.